welcome back everybody. As you can see today, we've got the most classic of classic handheld games. The obviously, do I even need to mention, you already know what it is. It is the Nintendo Game Boy, the DMG, also included with what I bought is, if I can get it in focus, come on, wrong way, there we go, Super Mario Land. Look at that. Hopefully this still works. Unfortunately the Game Boy itself is not working. I did buy it damaged. If I give it a little rattle, there's bits and bobs shaking around in here. I did take a little sneak peek inside the battery cover. It was listed as battery damage, and they were not wrong about that. Let's give you a closer look here. If you look in here, you clearly see the battery damage, and it's so bad. The actual, that's what's left over. That's what's left of the spring, and that's there. And this is some of the metal that's come off this. That corroded. It's falling apart completely. Yeah, that is pretty bad. So I did actually go ahead and order some new battery terminals. These two are actually fine. So I think it's just this middle one that we need to get out. So yeah, I have the new terminals here. Nice shiny new terminals. Let's get them out. And hopefully it starts up first time, and then I'm going to get this out. I need to pry it out, I think. This will do. I mean, it's so corroded. There we go. There we go. Come on, sir. And there she is. Corroded beyond belief. I mean, that is, yeah, that is disgusting. So I think, oh god, I think a bit of rubbing alcohol is needed. Tiny bit of rubbing alcohol is needed, and let's clean this guy up. This is my trusty manky brush. Trusty manky brush. It has been through a lot. My manky brush has. And then it's going to make this Game Boy. It does look like it is clearing up. I mean, if this works, I will take it apart properly and give it a proper clean. This is just wanted to make sure it's working, because if it is working, it makes my life a great deal easier. That's my bad alcohol. That's my alcohol that's mixed with yeah, look, this is literally not, it is coming off slowly. But I mean, I don't want to spend too much time doing that. I would just like to see if it works. So what I do, I give it 5 minutes to dry up. I give it 5 minutes to dry, and then yeah, I believe this just slots in here, good as new. So I'm going to give it 5 minutes to dry. I will come back and then put some batteries in it. Alright, I've got 4 rechargeable batteries. I try my best to only deal with rechargeable batteries. It is a complete and utter waste. This is off, yeah. It is in the off position. So it's got nothing in it at the moment. If I turn it on, am I going to get life? Hopefully we get life. Please have life. Right, the light's on. Contrast seems to be working. Something is not right, looks like. I mean, I haven't used the Game Boy for a while, so let's try popping the game in. Let's see what that does. So Oh, we've got a Nintendo. Turn the volume up. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that holy moly, I can't believe it's, that's all it needed. So this is freaking gonna be addictive. Can I get this? Can I get a good look at this? Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's turn her off. She's working beautifully. Right, what I want to do now is, I desperately want to do is, I really want to take her apart, clean her up. I've got some hydrogen peroxide. I would like to try and remove some of the yellow in. I'm so excited for this. I am so excited for this. So you can see it is a bit yellowed. It's not too bad. It might actually even come off. Let's see if a bit of alcohol might work. Maybe it's just apparently it was just kept in a drawer for a while. Is it just something superficial on top? I mean, I've actually brightened up a little bit. Maybe you might. Is it brightened up? Maybe it's just a bit of dirt on grow. Anyway, so what I want to do, this is my plan. Take her apart, clean her up completely. The internals are good, so I don't have to mess around with that. Thank God for that. It's just overall just a bit grimy. Obviously we're going to fix this. And that's it. We're going to leave a completely stock original. I'm not going to be updating this. I'm not going to be like upgrading it with like flashy backlights and that. But unless you really want me to. If there's enough come-ups, then maybe I will. Yeah, so let's get to it. Yeah, just for curiosity's sake, this used to be one piece. This is what's left over from the battery terminal. I believe that was like something like that, and the spring was on here. That spring's completely gone. I mean, yeah, the crud on that is that's amazing amount of crud. It's so bad it literally went all the way through. Anyway, that's for the bin. Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be opening her up, stripping her down, and basically, yeah, going to strip her down, clean her up, and retrobrite her. So let's get into the meat of her, let's get into the guts. I believe I do have the specialty tool. What is it? It's like a triangle tool, isn't it? Have I got that somewhere? No. Do I? I'm sure I have to try it. There it is. Bang. That's what I need. I bought this cheap old kit probably about 15, maybe even 20 years ago, and you know what? These little small bits, I mean, you're not applying much torque on these things, so you don't have to go and buy an expensive kit. You know what I mean? It's just, they're small things. These cheap old little things, they last. Alright, don't want to lose these. Let's use the battery tray to store the screws. Yeah, I believe there's 6 of these specialized screws. I'll give you a close-up of them later. It's basically, instead of a 4-way Phillips type head, it is a 3-way screw, so something proprietary to Game Boy. I don't know, actually, I wonder if, yeah, there might be other things that use it, but I mean, I think they're first actually seen on the Game Boy, so that's some useless information for you, which you won't need ever again. Right. I wonder if the retro brighting process will ruin the serial sticker, or if I'll get away with leaving it on. Right. So I'm going to have to do a little flippery doodah here. It looks clean enough inside. Oh, there's a tiny bit of water damage. just around here. Let's see if I can't get rid of this ribbon cable, and there's a bit of metal there. Does that just slide out, that cable? I don't want to force things, you know what I mean? I think it does. Just slide up. There you go. So this is the side with the screen and the buttons. And this is where the battery compartment is. Battery compartment's just here. What's this? Is this the headphone jack? Oh, there's a headphone jack. Oh, the headphone jack is here. That's supposed to be the power. Yeah. So this is where the game slots in. So this is the bit that reads the game, I suppose. I have to get all this out of here so we can retro-write this thing. Here's a bit of a close-up for you. Looks in pretty good nick, to be honest. This is the side with the screen. There's the volume wheel just here. Is that the volume? No, that's the contrast. There's a speaker at the bottom. It looks pretty in good nick. Like there was a tiny bit of water damage just here, so we'll try and clean that up with some alcohol. I wish I had that microphone camera. I should have to buy one of them. I can get a closer look at these for you, but this is as close as I can get for now. But yeah, this is just a tiny bit of alcohol. It's already better. Just need to clean this up with my manky brush. That's already 1,000 times better. Let's get a bit more alcohol on my brush. There we go. Yeah, a little dab will do ya. Let's get the whole thing on once over. Oh yes, a new lease of life. Is that just a bit of crud? That is a bit of crud. Look. Crud all over this thing for some reason. This is why I need a crusty brush. Remember, when you do this alcohol deal, make sure you let it dry and let the alcohol evaporate before you turn it back on again. That is looking beautiful. Let's do this little pull there as well. We'll check all the caps as well. You never know, maybe some of the caps might need replacing. So let's what should we do about removing this then? So there's a couple of screws here. Hold on, have a sip of my mint tea. Do like some mint tea. So it looks like we've got two screws here, one here, this little one here. So I got stuck with these. Yes, you know these screws haven't been taken off in years. Yeah, we'll try and keep this screw separate as well. Oh yes. It's like she's lost her virginity. Look at that. Alright, that's free. Chanel. Yes. These screws ain't seen daylight for many years. Oh yes, there we go. Alright, is she just going to pop up from there? I think so. Oh, let's be gentle. Be gentle. There we go. Oh yes, look at that. Look at that, mate. There we go. DMG CPU, Nintendo Japan. This is beautiful, ain't it? This is just beautiful. This is where the cartridge sits in here. Yeah, we're going to give all this a nice clean. It does look really clean, to be honest, just from the outset. There's the on-off switch. Where's our little grey switch? Oh, the grey switch ended up staying on there. Alright, so that's part one done. We'll put that to the side in a nice safe place. Now, this is a more nerve-wracking bit. This is the bits with the it's the side with the screen, so I really don't want to get this wrong. So, in fact, I think I might take 5 minutes, have a cup of tea and come back to this bit. Right guys, I've had my tea, I've had my lovely tea. Now I want to tackle the screen side of things. I just really hope I don't mess this up. Oh, there we go. It is very satisfying taking these screws out. I just hope I don't break this thing. Again, keeping my screws in neat little piles so I know which screws go where. I think they all the internal screws are the same size. It looks to be that way anyway. My tweezers, I should be using my tweezers here, but anyway, I'll just use my Ophi fingers instead. Oopsie daisy, come back sir. Let's have a look. Quite a few screws on the side. I guess it's holding the screen down, and you know what I mean, a lot of tolerances. Yeah, you know, knowing me, I'll put this back together and I end up with something iffy. Well, hopefully not. You know, I've really got to get that magnifying glass, that magnifying camera, sorry, so I can show you guys these components a bit more closer. But unfortunately, I can't do that. Well, you never know, maybe I might find another one of these on eBay and we can do a second DMG, or maybe even a Game Boy Color, because you know what, I wouldn't mind one of them either. So that's the last screw, I think. It's everything including this big I should lift out now. Let's be gentle with her. Have I got all the screws? Always check to see if you've got all the screws. I think I have. Oh. What am I missing? Ah, there's some clips here. Little clips here. Here's a clip, here there's a clip, and there's a clip here. This is what's holding it down. There we go. That side's released. Released. You always gotta be gentle, guys. Don't rush. There we go. Is there any more clips? Take your time. Look at what you're doing. Right, I can't see anything else that's that obvious, to be honest. Still feels like something's holding it down. Maybe I'm just getting paranoid. Is that something here has been holding it down? Is that a screw? There's a screw here and there's a screw here. Is there? No, it's not behind the screen. And that feels like too much pressure to be put on that. What am I missing? What is this? Is that a screw here? That could be behind here. It is behind here. Do you want me to take this off? Alright, let's have a go at taking this off. I didn't really want to take this off, but it looks like I'm gonna have to. It looks like now. Oh, wasn't that full? I think that is what it is, guys. Is that? So how are we going to get this off? I need something. I need a plastic wedge. I don't want to use anything metal because it's visible. Use something metal here, it will end up marring up the plastic and it will just look stupid. So, have I got anything soft anywhere? What can I use? What can I use? You know what? A guitar pick would be lovely right about now. Fortunately, I don't have one. Alright, I'm going to go find something. I'll be right back. Right guys, I didn't get it on camera, but basically I was just being a bit too paranoid. I gave it a little tug and it just released. I think it's just a bit of glue holding the screen down. That's all it was. So it seems pretty free now. There we go. Yeah, it was just there's some sticky glue around here holding down the screen. I mean, yeah. So this all looks pretty good to me. Pretty damn good. Yeah, we'll get back to all this a bit later. Yeah, those bits that I unclipped was actually holding the screen down. So those clips I was talking about, here, and here, were actually holding the screen. So you don't actually have to do that. Don't listen to me. But you know what? It's better to be cautious and not to break anything. So let's put this to the side. We have the buttons. Yeah, these are proper manky. I'm going to give all these a nice clean as well. Look at that. That is dirt, mate. Put those guys to the side. With our buttons, we'll take our buttons out. We'll give these guys a nice clean. We're going to need to release the screen, so a little bit of, there we go. Gently, guys. I mean, you can buy replacements for these, but I mean, this is the original. Why would I want to buy a replacement? Nice. Put that to the side. This is fully stripped down now. We'll have to get rid of this sticky alcohol. Get rid of that. One more thing I forgot of here. We've got the power button. We'll get rid of that. And the RF shield needs to come out. I don't know if this actually is an RF shield or if it's just there just to protect when you put in your when your children are putting their fingers and shoving pencils down the back of this for some odd reason, you know. 3-year-olds will do that here. So take this out. There's the RF shield. Now all we have here is plastic. Oh, we've got the battery terminals to get rid of. These should just slide out. We can push them down from the back. Push these guys out. Come on, gentlemen, let's go, please. Perhaps I should use a flathead. Let me get a flathead. Let's put this back. What my mini flathead? This one will do. Looks like it's got a bit of a tooth holding it, So bend that tooth back and push it down. There we go. Bend the tooth back and then push it down. Nice. Just got like a little clip. So it's got a little tooth here that clips it in. Can you see that little tooth? Just about. So yeah, I'll put that with the other battery terminals. That's it. Nice. These guys now they're clean. Yeah, this serial number, I'm hoping it will survive the hydrogen peroxide dipping. So all we're going to do now is I'm going to give everything a once over with some alcohol, and then we're going to give it a hydrogen peroxide bath, and we're going to do it with hot water, 80-degree water, hydrogen peroxide 12%. I'm going to probably cut that 50-50 with some boiling water, and hopefully about half an hour these should be nice and white again. Can you see the difference there? This is the back and the front. So yeah, right, I'm going to go and give them a quick scrub, and then yeah, I'll see you back in a minute. Right guys and girls, I have cleaned up these guys. I'm going to get them into this Tupperware. I think what I'm going to do is put them like this. I've got my hydrogen peroxide. This is at 12%, it's 100 milliliters. I'm basically going to just pour this in here and then top it up with boiling water basically. And I'm going to leave it like that for about half an hour. Right, well, while the case is cooking in the hydrogen peroxide, I'd like to give this guy a quick clean, if I may. Give him a spruce up. While I'm at it, I can have a quick look, see if there's any caps that look a bit dodgy. To be honest, this board looks pretty good. 1989 stamp here. Now 6 years old. I was 6 years old when this was released. That's a bit crazy, to be honest. Oh, this is a power converter board, I think. What's it say here? DC converter DMG. and the 989. Gotta love all the Nintendo logos everywhere. Gotta love it. That board's looking beautiful. There's a screen. Screen's looking tiny bit of like orangey. I don't know if that's normal, if that's how it's supposed to be. But I mean, it's a lovely speaker. These are the contacts. It's always worth. Giving the contacts a clean. This is your start and select. This is your left, right, up and down, and this is your jump and fire buttons. Nothing much more to see really. Obviously I'm going to give this a nice clean with some of my good alcohol. I'll leave that for now though. The flip side of this thing is it's pretty good, man. This board is pretty clean, I have to say. A little bit of leftover flux from the factory, looks like over here. A little bit of flux left over here as well. Just clean that up. Doesn't hurt to clean them up. But yeah, the caps all look good. See this brown bit here? It's just a bit of flux. But yeah, the caps look good, resistors look good. That's pretty good. Give the ribbon cable a quick clean. Doesn't even need it really. But yeah, man, I think these boards are pretty good condition. Buttons and that, so all these little buttons and bits and bobs. Gonna put these in some warm water. Give them a clean. It doesn't hurt to give them a quick 1-2 with the alcohol brush, just like that. Also, I'm putting these pads at the back. These are the bits that make the contact with the circuit board. Is that ripped? No, but it's well used. Not ripped, but it's well used. But yeah, all these are replaceable. You can get these on eBay, no problem. I still probably use a bit of warm water. Do these properly. But yeah, just get rid of the dust. Doesn't hurt, you know. My kids are gonna love this. You know what I mean? And we have the on-off switch. Yeah, there we go. Roughly cleaned, but yeah, these guys are going to need a bit of warm water to be honest. Alright, got myself a little lint-free cloth. Just a tiny bit of alcohol. Just from this, there's a bit of grubbiness over the years, obviously some dust and grime's been setting in. So we'll just, yeah, that's nice now, look at that. That is nice and clean now. Absolutely delicious. That is beautiful. Right, let's get some of this tape out. Now this tape is quite thin. Let's cut off 3 strips. Actually, let me just reorientate the camera quickly. Right, so let's cut some of these off. There's the end. Now this stuff is extremely sticky. There's my scissors. Yes, you gotta love these. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So I'll roughly measure this. It's a bit too long. Let's drop that down a bit. It doesn't have to go all the way around. So right, we've got this pull off the white bit. And then we're good to go. So let's cut another bit there and get all this installed. This bit is a bit fiddly, I have to say, but it is what it is. And what I'll do, if it does go over the screen a bit like it has done there, I've got a razor blade, you can trim that off. I think this just helps the screen stay in its place, tiny bit long. Let's just cut another little dab off, there we go. The trick with this is if you get the first side done, then line up the rest of it. Don't try and do it all in one go. This stuff is very sticky. See, like here, I can't help but go over the edge because of the screw holes here, so that's good enough. Get another little piece in here. And I'll use the same stuff here to stick down the screen protector. So that's going to be a little bit long. What I'll do is I'll chop this end off here. Right. Now if I turn this around, you can see where it's overlapped slightly, just here. So what I'll do, I'll get my razor blade and we'll just trim that off. There's my razor blades. Right. Look at that. That is super sharp. Beautiful. Beautiful. Put the razor blade away. Very, very sharp, this bloody thing. This will cut you so well that you won't even notice you've been cut. So let's get rid of all this sticky stuff. Nice. Now we've got the fun task of peeling off those the white bits. I might actually use some tweezers. Oops. There we go. Come on, sir. Patience. Gotta have a bit of patience. There she is. Right, now screen's cleaned, contacts been cleaned. Let's drop her in nice and easy. And then push all the way home. There we go. Nice. So, is the speaker home? The speaker is home. Alright, let's get our screws and start screwing these bad boys in. So, all the internal screws are the Phillips type. What have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quite a lot of screws here. Again, doesn't have to be too tight. Just get them cinched down. That's it. Absolutely beautiful. Oopsie daisy, there's always one. There's always one. Sometimes two. Just don't rush, take it easy. Looks like we've got 4 left. Oh, silly bugger, what am I doing? We haven't even put the buttons in. What am I like? This is my rush. This is me rushing. Oh no, it's going to ruin our sticky tape that we just put on. Well, hopefully, oh my god, this is my excitement, you see. Excited. Too excited. And I'm now wasting all this opportunity. What a silly bugger. brake gear now. Hope I haven't damaged anything. That would suck. That would suck big time. Right, so okay, wood is a nice little clean. Now I've got a few little fingerprints on here. Let's get rid of those. It was going so smoothly until then. Don't rush, boys and girls, don't rush. Right, let's try that again. So there's always one. It's always nice to have a, you know, a pair of tweezers, just in case things, you know, fly off into the abyss, and you can always fish them out. Like that, you see. First time we did this, we had no problems. Let's just let's do that. Let's do it the professional way. How about we just put all the screws in with this lovely pair of tweezers that I own. Alright guys and girls, my battery actually died on that last clip and I was unaware of what was going on, and yeah, I was a bit upset by that. So it's actually a few days later now. I actually did get the Game Boy back together. It's working fully, however there is a slight issue. If I had to open it back up again, so if I turn her on, and I've got the contrast turned right to the top. I don't know if you can see, there's some vertical lines missing on either side. So what I'm going to attempt to do is heat up the contacts down here and reflow the solder to get these lines to connect back up. And once that's done, I can give her one final little clean down and put that together and she'll be done. So I've got my soldering iron here. I've got a fresh tip, so there's no solder actually on this. I just want to apply some heat basically. So I don't know if you can see, look, you can see the lines coming on and off, so it's not very stable. So what we're going to do, you're going to basically try and get some heat in there and reflow these connections. Hopefully we don't do more damage. Okay, let's see. I don't think you can. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in more than that, but we've got a couple of lines back. Oh, we're so close. Let me give it one more quick wipe. I think that side's looking good now. Let's try this side, and I think we're about to wrap this guy up. the glue that's left over on here is melting away, but that's not the actual ribbon. So the ribbon should be quite resilient to the heat, because obviously this would have been soldered at the factory anyway. So the solders that are running now, that's what this is. See, the solder as this completely runs. So I've got that looks. Let's get one more quick wipe. I think that's alright now. Yeah, that looks good to me. I think we're done. I'm going to clean my tip up a little bit. Alright, I think that's good. Let's turn her off, get the batteries out, put her back together, and then see what we got. Got her back together now. I'm going to use a tiny bit of alcohol, just clean off any fingerprints that I might have put on the screen. You know, iceberg alcohol is an amazing thing, you know. Look at that. It leaves a beautiful finish. Gets rid of all those oils. Right, now I need to give it one last little wipe. If I can find my cloth, that is. Right. This will do. Small, just to buff out what residues are left. Look at that, factory finish. So, use the fresh side of the swab. What we're going to do, you're going to clean up the edges, because we're going to put some industrial strength double-sided tape on here to stick the screen down. And while we're at it, we should actually give the screen a clean too as well. So this is the inside of the screen. Is she focused? Let's give her a quick focus. There, that's better. Okay, fresh swab, bit of alcohol. This is the inside of the screen. We'll clean the outside of the screen once we've got it back on. Now I was going to try and remove some of this glue, but then I didn't really want to end up scratching the paintwork. It would leave a nasty line that would be visible, so I didn't think it was worth it really, to be honest. Alright, so this is the inside of the screen that's clean. We'll just buff it out the same way. Alright. Now we'll just flip that upside down. We'll get you focused in again. Cut some strips. Cut this bad boy just here. I mean, this stuff is super strong. If we just take that little corner off. Right, that's the first strip. If we get one in here. I mean, this stuff is very strong. As long as I've got a nice little border around, it'll keep the screen nice and level. Bit there. Get a bit here. Nice. We get one more strip in here. Banging. Right. Now, this stuff is actually used for get like a mobile phone screen stuck in place, something along them lines. So it's plenty strong for this. A nice pair of tweezers always comes in handy. Just to get this bit off. Have we got it? Have we got it? There it is. That's always satisfying. Nice. Right, so good to know. Let's get our lovely guy in place. I mean, look at that. That is a beautiful. Now we can clean the front of the screen quickly. I mean, it's got a couple of little light scratches, but yeah, that's the charm of it, isn't it? You know what I mean? That is the charm. Nice. Right, let's stick a game in and see how she rolls. Right, guys and girls, the moment I've been waiting for. I don't know about you lot. This is the only game I've got, Super Mario Land. Let's slip her in and see what we get. I haven't turned her on yet. I think the contrast is way too high. Yes. Got no more lines. She's coming up. Hold on, let me get you lot zoomed in and have a little better look at this. Right, that's better. There we go. Alright, mind you, I'm trying to play while looking for a camera. So if I hit the Goomba, please don't blame me. Can we go down any pipes? I do not remember this game at all, man. It's been many years. There we go. That's what we've all been looking for. Well, I think this is a success.